At this point, you probably have an idea about the format of the exam and how it works, but let's go over it in more detail so you know exactly what to expect on test day. The exam is held in a designated DRE testing location, and you take it along with a group of other examinees. When you arrive to take the test, it is extremely important to bring with you everything that they require. When you check in, you'll need to show them your registration paperwork and ID, and they also scan your thumbprint. The DRE wants to make sure that you didn't pay somebody else to take the exam for you, so there's a lot of security measures in place to prevent that. They'll also be very strict about what you're allowed to bring into the exam. When I sat for the exam, you pretty much couldn't bring anything in with you, again, just to make sure that you aren't cheating. After you make it through the gatekeeper and they determine that you are indeed who you say you are, you get called into the test taking room where you have an assigned test taking desk. You sit at a cubicle and take the test on a computer from the early 2000s, as you'd probably expect. The room is dead silent, so if you aren't used to studying that way at home, I suggest taking your practice exams in silence so it won't feel weird when it comes to do the real thing. The exam itself is 150 questions, multiple choice, with 4 options each. You get 3 hours to take the exam, which is more than enough time, so there's no need to rush through it. It's subject to change, but as of right now, there is no math on the California state exam. You can't bring in any outside notes, but you are provided a notepad and pen when you sit for the exam, which is useful for jotting down acronyms and thinking your way through questions. To pass the exam, you'll need to get at least a 70% score. It's graded on the spot when you finish. If you pass, you're simply told that you pass, but you don't get to see your score. But if you fail, they tell you what your score is within several categories. That way you know what to brush up on if you do need to retake it. But you're a licensed solution grad, so I'm thinking you're only going to need 1 shot to get it done.